And we are back at the top of another Savage stream. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Man, it's been a heck of a day already. All right, let's get into this. We are going to be looking at every month. We break down the previous month's profitability from the shared rigs, the co-owned rigs that we have, that I have here in the vault. And there's 2 of them. So there's 16 GPUs total, 2 8 GPU rigs, and you know they're co-owned, shared. So we have to kind of like break this down every month and figure out what the previous month's mining profits were. It hasn't been great up until the last couple of months. It's been okay. Everybody probably already knows that. Before that, we were mining CCX ConcealID for a whole year straight. And the profitability was not there. I think that it's going, hopefully it'll get better soon. But you know, CCX is working on a lot of stuff. They're going to be coming out with a lot of features and products and stuff in their system. Man, I'm drawing a blank here. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. All right. So their ecosystem, they're putting more out there, different features and capabilities and stuff. So hopefully that profitability will come back and we might be able to actually switch back over to CCX. But for now, we are on NiceHash. And the rigs look like the 2 rigs on the left are the shared rigs. The one on the top is Dagobah, and that's an 8 GPU RX 580 rig. The one on the bottom left is Mustafar, and that is a 8 GPU RX 580 rig as well. So if you ever wonder what kind of profits you can expect through mining crypto, this is like your type of video, because I'm going to talk about how it works and break down, you know, yes, this past month is great, but it's not always going to be great. And we've experienced basically, you know, 2.5 years of not so, well, 2 years of not so great mining, you know, crypto mining, even Ethereum and all that stuff. So it has not been great. It's just now turning around. So I'm glad it is, but you know, it has not been great the last couple of years. So if you're looking to stay up to date on promising proof of work, crypto projects, and some crypto mining how-tos, different things that I do on the channel here, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell. Like this video, share this video, and leave a comment down below and let me know what projects you're interested in, what you're mining, and how things are going for you so far. On June 19th, we actually switched over. I do have one of the rigs here. It's actually, I had to turn it off and turn it back on. So it's doing a little benchmarking. I need to watch a little bit more of HashRaptor's videos because he's got some pretty good configuration videos where I can probably speed this up a little bit. I just haven't got around to it. I think that it actually does some profits here while it's benchmarking, but it does take quite a while. I don't know exactly how that works on the NiceHash system here, but one GPU is mining away. It's just fine. Mustafar is fine. Dagobah is always always my problem rig. It just always giving me problems because this one has Gigabyte RX 580s. The Mustafar rig has the ASRock Phantom Gaming X GPUs, which for mining is great. Their quality is not that great as far as their build quality and quality control, but mining, they're great. I haven't even had, knock on wood, I haven't had to swap a fan or nothing. These things have just been running solid for about 2 years now, so no problems at all. I mean, yes, I do clean them, but you know, from time to time. But I've had to replace probably, I think I'm up to 4 fans on this rig on the Gigabyte cards. The fans are just garbage. You know, they just wear out too fast. So anyway, all right. So we golly, I'm actually I'm on the wrong camera. I was over here looking at this. Okay, so I was trying to show you guys that this is actually benchmarking. So this is what I was talking about while y'all were looking at the rigs. So we switch over to NiceHash OS, and this is actually the 3rd month that we've been on NiceHash. But the last few months, profit breakdown has been kind of crazy and tough because there's been some downtime. There's been connection issues, which I talked about either last night or the night before. On the channel here, I did a video on that. I had a really bad problem with connections, connectivity between the rigs and the network. So we were losing a little bit of profitability there because the rigs weren't talking all day while I was at work. I would get home, start troubleshooting again. That took about a week to figure out what all was going on there. But it's been solid since I put the wireless access point or the extender outside of the vault. So just putting it outside works wonders. So it's been pretty solid since then. So the co-owned rigs have several owners. They're broken down like this percentage wise. Okay, so you can see Mustafar, the bottom rig over here, is this one right here. So this is the hardware that rig has. And the two rigs are basically the same except for the GPUs. The GPUs is basically the only difference. And I'm probably using maybe a different USB drive at this point or whatever, but everything else is pretty much the same. So you can see what each person put in, you know, the percentage and all that stuff, how it breaks down. Whenever we were mining CCX, you know, this was like the combined wallet address. And yeah, so Dagobah has 2 owners, Mustafar has 6. So that's kind of how things are broken down. And then we do this monthly report, and you can see where, you know, I have to be reimbursed for my electric costs, right? And that's what all this is about right here. And because that's part of crypto mining, you know, especially in a residential area. I mean, everybody in my area has the same electric costs, whether you're a business or not. So it really doesn't matter. Everybody says residential, but in some areas it does make a difference. In my area, it does not. It's 10.3 cents per kilowatt hour, no matter what you're doing. I think you actually get charged more if you use more. I think it's based on consumption. So, I mean, obviously, you know, small amounts, but I mean, if you're a business and you're using huge amounts, I think you actually have to pay more, or it's tiered in some way. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I pay 10.3 cents, which is kind of like the national average, around the average of 10. It's a little bit higher than the national average, I think. I think the national average is 10. So, but we use this spreadsheet here to break down what is going on. You can see, whoops, I didn't change this date here. Change that real quick. I already copied these rows in here, so it's got all the calculations and whatnot, and formulas and whatever. Okay, so we are going to break this down. I think that's all I needed to cover before we actually get into it here. I was going to go to what to mine, that's right. Okay, so let's head over there real quick just to show you what we're looking at on what to mine. So here's Dagobah right here. You know, it's 8 GPU RX 580s. Now, they're the same. You know, it doesn't really matter. I just have both of them on there because this represents the rigs themselves, right? But profitability-wise, they're going to be the same on what to mine, okay? So if you do the calculation, you can see here I got 10.3. I can probably blow this up a little bit, make this a little bit easier for you guys to see. So 10.3 per kilowatt hour. And you can see that Ethereum Classic is at the top, Ethereum straight up, you know, if you're mining those straight, but we are using NiceHash. So we're not far off of the, you know, the highest parts of the profitability. Since Ethereum's value has been going up, it has been beating NiceHash quite a bit. Probably because of the gas fees and all the extra mining rewards that are being made by miners. And because, you know, NiceHash is for renting the hash power. So it looks like people are turning their rigs on, I guess. I don't know what exactly is going on, but I do think that there is some interest, some renewed interest in mining. Not that that's why Ethereum's at the top, because it would be the opposite effect, right? If more people are turning on their miners, then the profitability is going to go down. But anyway, so we probably are in that area where people haven't actually started back up yet, you know, and that's why Ethereum is still, you know, it's towards the top, and Ethereum Classic is up here, both ETH hash, and then you got NiceHash here. So we're in this area right here. This is what we've been doing basically for a month. But again, you got to remember that this value here is right this second. So it could change. It's going to change. If I did a refresh, it would probably change. Okay, so this is just right now today. It was heading up towards, I think I want to say I saw it at about $11 per day after power. There for a couple of days whenever all the Uniswap stuff was really going crazy and all that. So the whole YAM protocol and all that, that was causing profitability to be even higher. So, and the difficulty adjustment and all that stuff. So it has been decreasing a little bit, but hovering around, in between $7 and $8 for this particular rig for RX 580s. All right, so that's what we are looking at there. And then even on NVIDIA, you're getting, which we don't have for the shared rigs, but my rig here, even on NVIDIA, the ETH hash is pretty high up there, right? From NiceHash, so that's pretty cool. All right, and looks like BitTube is creeping up there too. I did a video last night, I believe, on BitTube, just goofing off with the micro pool, and they switched over to Cuckoo Cycle, and yeah, their profitability is going up, so that's good. I have to throw this rig on that instead of NiceHash, because I'm actually using NiceHash with this rig as well. Okay, let me check the chat, see what you guys are yelling at me about. What's going on, everybody? Got a few people in here. Right on, thanks. I don't see my name. There's... Okay, all right, cool. See my name once or twice in here. Okay, so y'all aren't summoning the streamer here, so I will press on. We will continue on here. All right, let's see here. So we're going to go to the spreadsheet, and this is what we're going to be filling out. I haven't done it like a really good way, and this month is going to be a little bit crazy too, because I did not have, whenever I put everything into the vault, okay, whenever I put everything over here into the one room, I did not have enough of the energy monitoring TP-Link, these things here, the energy monitoring smart plugs. I did not have enough of them, and the ones that I ordered that I thought were smart energy monitoring, they weren't. They were just the regular ones with the, it shows the power and all that stuff, but it doesn't log anything. It doesn't have like the history. So the ones that I bought recently are useless as far as that goes. But I did eventually get everything switched over, because I have 4 of them, 4 total, right? Yeah, I have 4 total. So I needed them. So I've got 2 power supplies on each rig, so I have 4 power supplies total. I did have to move some stuff around, because on one rig I had 3 power supplies, 3 server PSUs. But so now I have two PSUs, 2 power supplies on each rig that I'm needing the energy monitoring capability on it, and so that's set up now and it's all fine. But that was only like last week, right? So we're gonna have to kind of guess. We know about how many, like if you look back at the history, okay, so the kilowatt hours used for 30 days. What I probably should do is pull an average, right? Because a lot of these months, especially early on, like last year, around this time last year, the rigs were on all the time. So you can see, there was zero downtime or near zero downtime. So you can see that the average is probably, what are we looking at? Maybe 650 kilowatt hours, and we're probably going to have to apply that this month because of how things worked with this month, because I didn't have energy monitoring on. You guys know that I put everything into the vault, and then back there in the right hand corner is the 240 outlet and the PDU and all that stuff. So check out those videos where I'm breaking all that stuff down, showing you what is going on with the PDU and all that. I haven't mounted it yet. I do have the brackets, and I'm going to get to that at some point. But long story short, the ability to monitor the energy and know exactly what the rigs have done for the previous month won't be precise this month. I think probably from this moment on, we will probably just maybe do an average like 650. I think that that's probably pretty solid if you look at the history. Although being on NiceHash, they might draw a little bit more. And I was just looking at the app, and this is what kind of has me a little bit wondering what's going on, because I'm looking at the current power draw, and I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. All right, so these devices, here's what I think is happening. So these smart plugs are rated for 120, but they're on a 240, right? And we know that they work. So they, as far as working with, you know, powering the rigs and being able to remote shut them off and turn them on, that part works. But if you look at what what the data is, like right now it's saying for Dagobah, okay, let's get to Mustafar, because Mustafar is not benchmarking or anything like that. So the main PSU on Mustafar is saying it's only using 60 watts. Okay, it cannot be true. Okay, it is way more than that. So let's see here. Let's see here. So the second PSU is 97, right? Or 98. So I think what's happening is, because they are designed to work with 120, and I'm throwing 240, you know, at it, which is basically just two 120, you know, legs that are 180 degrees out of phase, it's messing up the device, right? It's not able to properly manage the energy that's going through it and document it in the correct way. At least I think Nemesis is in here, and there's a couple other people that probably can answer this. Yashnik and those guys, Crypto Mining Lifer, all you guys are in here. All the heavy hitters are in here. So let me know if that makes sense, because they are not working properly. They are not doing the right exact power. I think that's what it is. So anyway, it says 115 on the back, or 120 on the back. But again, they're working, and I can control them. I can turn the rigs on and off with them and all that stuff. As far as that remote stuff, all that stuff works. But it is not monitoring it, not documenting it properly. This light is like super bright, huh? It might be probably just my screen too. Yeah, it's split phase 240, not real 240. Exactly. Hey, what's up, Serpent? All right, yeah, there's 17 people in here. We're looking pretty solid. I like it. All right, so let's get back to this. So we are going to break this down. Let's go to, we know that we can't do a really great job of monitoring or documenting the power draw, so we're just going to throw the average of 650 in here. I think that kind of makes sense. These rigs, typically, if I look at my power bill, this is probably pretty accurate, you know, because these rigs together add about 120 to 130 a month. Okay, so these two rigs right here. So I'm okay with that. And if you look at the history, you know, there were some months that was lower, but probably, you know, these this time they were probably off for a little bit, you know, that month, or at least one of them. You know, there was times where one of them was down, like Dagobah, whenever I was working on the fans and all that nonsense. So, you know, so I think that 650 average is probably pretty good. All right, so let's get over here to the actual profitability. I know you guys are probably like, good grief, man, just get to it. All right, so let's go over here. Let me do a refresh and see if this thing has stopped. Still doing the benchmarking. Yeah, I need to get with HashRaptor about that. Okay. You can see here that our BTC value in this wallet, and this is for 1 month. Okay, so it's 264 worth of BTC for the month. So it's 0.02. So if you're doing the math, we are in the green, pretty good. Way better than anything recent, right? Because we know that our power cost was about 130, what was it? 130, what's 67, so 134, is that right? So 134 was the power cost, roughly, and we've got 264 in the bank. So sitting here waiting on us. So that is awesome. And we could do like we can go and look at the wallet details. And again, this is a month because I did clean this out last month, you know, and put it into the appropriate wallets. And last month we were not profitable, so it all went to power, basically, right? Because we lost money last month. And you can see the history here, how this is working. You can see it's kind of going down a little bit over the past week or so. You know, it was hitting $3 every payout period. Yeah, I mean, look at these right here, like $3.39, $3.36. I don't know how, I think it's is it every 2 hours or 3 hours or something like that? Maybe every hour, I don't know. I don't know what the payouts are. It would make sense that it would be about maybe every 4 hours, but I don't know for sure. I'm sure it says somewhere on here, but I'm not going to be able to find it live, so let's see. Okay, yeah, right here. So next payout, 2 hours, 6 minutes. So it's probably either 3 or 4 hour payout times. Okay, maybe it's adjustable. I don't know. I haven't messed with it. So let's look at what we have to do here. So if we wanted to use both lines in the spreadsheet, we would, you know, have to break this down into what each rig did individually. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make it super simple. I'm just going to say 264.19 is what we're going to use. We're going to put it in one line, and 264.19. We're going to throw that right here. We're not going to worry about the amount, right? Because, well, actually, you know what? I can't put that in there. Now that we've done this the right way, I actually could grab the amount. So we'll do that. Let's see if this works out for us. We'll just use this line here. All right, and the coin USD value each. So we would go and grab the value of Bitcoin. Let's see what that is. We'll use CoinGecko just to be solid here. All right, we'll go like this. Hopefully this works. Okay. It didn't work. So there's a missing... Yeah, there's missing formula here, so copy that, paste this down here. There we go. Okay, so it says 263.82. That's pretty close to what we had, right? What do we have over here? 264.19. I'm good with that. There's probably a little bit of a slop here, you know, in between the two, so that's okay. All right, and we'll put CoinGecko as the source. Not that it matters too much. To this. All right, so we will say, was this 1300? We need to combine the two lines, right? So we're going to say 1300 here, like that. So 133.90. So we need 129 for power. Is that what I'm seeing here? No, that's the profit. I'm sorry. So the profit was 129 for the month. Now, that sounds pretty good. That's decent. Although it would be a lot better had there not been some downtime on, you know, here in locally with, you know, doing the vault, and then also the connection issues really tore us up profitability wise, because I would get it working, everything would be fine, and then I would go to work, and then they would lose connection and be basically off all day. Now, here's the thing though, the rigs were running and they were consuming power, so technically this is inaccurate, you know, as far as the power draw versus profitability, because I'm paying more in electric than I'm showing here, because there was days that they were just running, you know, they weren't mining, so it wasn't like drawing that huge power, but there was that peripheral power and all that, and the GPU fans were running and the GPUs were on and there was power supplied and it was consuming power during that 8 hours that I was at work every day. So that part kind of sucks. So my next utility bill is probably going to be pretty awful compared to profitability, right? But now that everything is worked out, I've got cooling situated in there. It's pretty nice. I mean, it works out pretty well. I probably need to open up another vent, so that maybe put a vent in the door so that it has more inflow, right, of air, so that, because it's actually still a vacuum, and that's not really good. You don't want it to be a vacuum, because whenever it's a vacuum, you're not moving the air out, right? So whenever it's a vacuum, it's kind of like stagnant air in there. So I need to get more intake, right, for the exhaust fan, because the exhaust fan is like 1270 CFM or something, and it's a 5x5 space, super small space. So whenever the fan's on, you can almost not shut the door, so there's a huge vacuum in there. So I need to get that worked out. Okay, what are we talking about over here? Don't see anything I need to answer here other than Serpent saying I'm a math boy. I'm really not. That's why I need this spreadsheet. So, but we are in profit. That's a solid thing to say, and it makes me happy that we're in profit. So what we'll do is we will distribute those profits based on the owner percentages here, right? So I got to do a little bit more math and figure out, what part of 129, what was the total here? Where am I at? Monthly report. So I need to figure out what total, multiply this out. 129 is the profit. So I'll just say 130. So 130, times each percentage. And that's what I will be sending to the owners that are anonymous. And yeah, cool stuff. So it's actually solid, man. I'm glad that I'm actually able to do this part, actually distribute some profits. Because as you can see, it hasn't been great. I mean, all these red ones here were basically negative. There was a couple here that probably, I think that this should be, I'll have to look at that again. Yeah, this was like negative also, I think, after power and stuff. So, or it wasn't very, I don't remember how this worked. I think I'm gonna have to do it on this one line like this, combine it to make it easier, especially with NiceHash, because it's hard to, it's a profit switcher, so it's kind of hard to figure out which rig is, possibly outperforming the other one, and I don't think it actually is going to work like that. I think that because of all the profit switching, it's just kind of, it'll probably even out, most likely, at least be somewhat even. So I'm just going to do it like that, at least for a few months. If CCX profitability comes back, maybe we'll put them back over there, because whenever they're over there, it's super easy because I do it like this. So I have the Conceal wallet, and I have a combined address. This is the combined address here. I don't know why this is wrong. It says 0 USD. I don't know if there's maybe a wallet update or something. I don't know why it says 0 USD here, but there's 4,530 CCX in this wallet. And this is the combined wallet. Now, technically, all of this is dedicated to power. I've just left them in here because we had a staking situation here. We've got withdrawable CCX. But anyway, so each rig had their own wallet that they mine to, and then that way, because of that, you could easily break down and know which one was outperforming the other one, or if one was outperforming the other rig. So you knew exactly your percentages if it was profitable. It was real easy to break down and come over here and do the percentages based on the rig, right? You see how this is. But the way it is now, they're not equal owners, so distributing profits gets a little crazy because the same people don't own the same percentage of both rigs. So if this rig, Mustafar, if it performs way better, way more profitability, then it's not really fair to split the profits evenly, right, between the two rigs. But we are going to do that this time because it's on NiceHash, and it would be a real pain to really break this down. And the rigs are pretty identical, so it's not too bad. Mustafar seems like it kind of outperforms a little bit, but some of that is probably just because Dagobah is a pain in the butt. So it's going offline. Like even today I had to restart it, and that's why it's actually doing the whole benchmarking thing here, because a couple of the GPUs dropped off. Something I'll have to troubleshoot. But anyway, so I think that is going to do it. Let's see what you guys are talking about over here. All right. No questions or anything. Let me check my notes, make sure I covered everything I wanted to. Yep, I'm good there. So right after the stream is over, I'll be going through and sending those to the owners based on their percentage and all that stuff. I'll have to verify. It's been a while, so I have to verify addresses and stuff to send the profits to. It is kind of nice. I'll say this, NiceHash in this regard is super nice for this specific situation with co-owned rigs and distributing profits, because what I'm going to do, I have a Zelcore wallet for the group with Bitcoin, right? So I'm just going to withdraw out of NiceHash to that wallet. Okay, so I'm going to do a withdrawal like this, withdraw here, and then I'm going to go to this wallet for documenting, the incoming, right? And then I'll distribute the profits from this wallet to the owners. And keeping it all in BTC makes it super simple, right? And inexpensive. So we're not like mining ETH and worried about gas fees and all that stuff. I mean, you guys probably saw my tweet the other day where I did a swap on Uniswap for $42 worth of wrap CCX, and it costed me like $11 in gas fees to do it, And I was just doing it just to see how it worked, and I was like, wow, that sucks. That's not good. that basically, it was a 35% charge to do the swap. Yeah, that's not good. So this method is really nice because it's super simple and it stays in BTC the whole way. It makes it easy. If we were mining like CCX, then I would have to, and it was profitable, then I would have to do the conversions. I would have to, get it into, I can't even get it into Zelcore. I would have to stay in their wallet, in CCX's wallet, and figure out, convert it to Bitcoin somehow, maybe send it to Trade Ogre or something and sell it, swap it for BTC. I'm sure there's other services out there, but you get my point. Like, it would have been a little bit cumbersome to do that. So having it all in BTC is awesome. Yes, I know, Dan the Dane. I am going to use cable. I got ahead of myself a little bit with the vault. I wanted to get the vault set up, and internet and the connectivity and running the cables was not on my mind. Power was on my mind. I needed to get the power in there, and I got that. And then it became a situation because the space was so small. You guys saw that video where I had interference, the Wi-Fi interference. If I had the router in the room, it would not connect, or it would connect for a little bit and then I would lose it. So once it's out of the room, it's just sitting on the floor over here. Outside of the room, it's fine because it bounces around in here and goes down the hall and hits the Wi-Fi. So it's good. But yes, eventually I will have wires, Cat6 ran to there. I'll probably only do one drop and then put like a small Ubiquiti switch in there or something, like a managed switch. That's probably what I will do so that I can expand later. I'm probably not going to run home runs for each rig because I don't know how many rigs I'll end up with, because I might, add a rig. And then if I only run 4 drops and I have 4 rigs, then that doesn't make sense. And I don't want to have like a whole bunch of, I could do like a punch down, I could do a patch panel and all that stuff. That might be an option, but I think just doing a switch mounted on the wall would be fine. So. Yeah, Serpent, my situation was a little strange. I have their 2.4 gigahertz cheap little TP-Link router / extenders, and where I had it in the closet was behind a bathtub, basically on the other side of the wall, because the other side of the wall is a bathroom. So you got tile, and then you got a bathtub, and then the router was actually sitting below the bathtub. So it was just too much was in the way, and it's not something I thought of right away because it was working at one time. Whenever I put everything in there, it seemed to work. But I think that the reason it was working is the door was open all the time to the vault. So I didn't connect the dots. Whenever I would close the door, that's whenever it wasn't like instant. Okay, guys, this is not something where I close the door, boom, I look over here and it's disconnected. It was not that simple. It would struggle. You know, you could tell it was struggling. Like one rig would go offline for a minute, then it would come back, and it got me really frustrated for like a week. I was troubleshooting this thing, and then I finally made it. So anyway, all right, guys, I'm just rambling. I'm gonna buy some Cat 6 most likely, because I'm not just doing that, I'm doing my house too, so it's not just that. I've got a whole other project I got to work on that's going to include getting home runs, or at least a wired connection in the vault. It's just like I said, I got a little bit ahead of myself with getting the rigs in there, and the internet part of it was not really an afterthought. I just thought that it would work because it was working elsewhere. So. And it did work at first. Probably whenever the door was open. All right, guys. Let me get out of here. I will see you guys later. Tomorrow is Crypto Fireball Friday. Oh, shoot. Giveaway. Man, what am I doing? Okay. All right, so Dan the Dane is giving... You guys distracted the hell out of me here. Dan the Dane is giving away 1,000 Raven again. That is 3,000 Raven in 2 days. So solid... Shout out to Dan the Dane for that. That's awesome. Apparently he's like making pretty good Raven right now with his rigs, which that's nice to hear. So let's see if we can do a giveaway real quick. Let's go ahead. Let's see how many comments are on this video here. None. You guys suck. You guys suck. I tell y'all to leave comments all the time and y'all don't. Okay. All right. Y'all are going to get me on another rant here. All right, so let me post this over there. So what we need is, your Raven address, your Raven coin address as a comment on this video that I just posted there. And let me go over here to, and I'll let y'all look at this for a minute. All right, so I need your Raven address over there in the comments on there. I think I got this right over here. All right, and there are 20 people watching, so this should be pretty good. So even if you don't normally participate in giveaways, get over there. This camera is just blasting me, or this light is blasting me right in the face. I think it's too close. Let's see if this works a little bit better. Look like totally like washed out and stuff. A little bit better. Maybe that's why I had it up here initially. I was like, man, that light is so far away. People complain that I'm too dark, but I think that's probably perfect right there. Okay, so I'm not going to listen to you guys anymore. All right, because that was like, wow, that was super bright. Okay, I think I look all right now. All right, cool. Let's see what we got here. So do some comments. Let's call it. We'll wait 5 solid minutes. Okay, so that's 10:15. At 10:15, we're going to do the drawing for the 1,000 Raven from Dan the Dane. Yeah, super baller over here. Because that's, I mean, roughly, if you want to look at USD value, I think that's around 20 bucks. You know, so that's 20 today and 40 yesterday. Pretty solid. Thanks a lot, Dan. It's awesome of you to do that. Yeah, you can leave like a funny remark or something. You can do whatever you want. It's a bit too video that nobody comments on. Or nobody commented on yet. So let's see here. Alright, so we got some people in here now. Cool. Yeah, even if you, like I said, I don't typically do giveaways, like even Red Panda's awesome giveaways. I usually don't try to win. You know, I think I won one time, but I wasn't in the room, and they were like yelling for me and stuff at the time, you know. And I got back. I don't even remember what it was. And I got back, and they were like, "Oh, you won, but you weren't here, so we skipped you." Whatever. So kind of funny. All right. So yeah, comment on this video here. I'm glad I didn't forget, man. Dan would have killed me. It's like, yo, dude, I'm trying to give away 1,000 Raven here. Oh, thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. This is what we do. This is what we do right here. Boom, boom. I always laugh at the trolls, though, to be honest. I've had a few. I've had a few like really. It's like, dude. It's like I'm doing this for free. I'm just doing this, right? So it's funny whenever people get in there like your videos suck or you know your videos are awful or whatever. It's like, okay, all right, well, don't watch. It's just that easy. Yeah, thanks, David Coins. Smash the like and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, there was a while back, whenever we were doing these giveaways, that as soon as I would say giveaway, like, I would get attacked. There would be the viewers would spike to like 150 plus, right? I want to say we crossed 200 one time. I was doing like a week where I was basically giving away something every day or every night, every stream. And it got really crazy. And it was funny because all I was doing was saying giveaway. If I said giveaway on the stream, you would just watch the numbers and they would just start climbing crazy. So it's like one of those bots or whatever, you know, monitoring that specific word. And then they get in there and I don't know how all that stuff works as far as how they can, I mean, I guess you could program a bot to do anything. So I guess that if you hear giveaway and then maybe I don't know how advanced they are, if they can like understand the instructions, like post on this video and then they can see what the video link is. I don't know if it works like that or not, but yeah, it's crazy. Maybe it probably just alerts them somehow. Like, okay, this streaming person, this streaming channel said giveaway, and then it gives them the alert so that they can go to the channel and actually participate in the giveaway. Maybe that's how it works. It's probably like a farm too, like one of those click farm things, most likely. I don't know. Yeah, FA in the chat. FA in the chat. Yeah, Schnick, thanks. And if you say giveaway, the viewers might increase over there too. Yeah, it's kind of like a fake viewership though. I don't really like that. So. It hasn't done it in a long time. It only did it for like that week. Maybe it was just maybe the channel was in focus because of that, because they knew that basically for a week I was going to be doing giveaways, so they threw the bot at me. I guess I don't know. I guess that's how it works. All right, so we are at 10:15. Let's see how many comments we got here. Do a refresh. All right, so it looks like we got 12. That's not too bad. Out of 22 viewers, that's not too bad. All right, so let's go over here. All right, so we got 12. So we're gonna do the picking. Nobody's yelling at me like hold on or anything, right? Okay, good. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good luck, everybody. 1,000 Raven from Dan the Dane. Matthew E, are you in the chat? Oh yeah, and you have to be here like right away. You can't be. See, I don't see him in here. Okay, I don't see Matt in here. Mods, is Matt in here? Yeah, see, I don't like this because this, oftentimes this means that they have multiple accounts. And right now he's trying to get over to this one that won. You follow what I'm saying? I don't like that at all. Yeah, count them down, Chancoin. Do it. Okay, see? Yeah, I don't know, man. I tried to... Now, I guess maybe if you didn't... No, even if you probably didn't comment. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's what it was. Okay, so I guess you have to comment, or you have to do something in chat for your name to show up. Isn't that the way it works? It's not going to just automatically resolve, right? If the person hasn't made a comment. So I'm looking back through the comments here. I don't see any comment from Matthew. So maybe that's why. Okay, so it's probably legit. It's probably legit. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, so this is a lesson learned here. So if you are in a stream and you are participating in a giveaway that is using like something like this, like a comment picker or something like that, make sure I got you, Matthew. I got you, Matthew E. You won. Don't worry. Make sure that you comment at least something in the chat so that your name shows up right away whenever they try to resolve the name. Because what we do as YouTubers whenever we have a winner like this, because there's, look, the fraud part of it, or the, I don't know what you call it. It's cheating, really, is what it is. It's staying within the rules, but it's kind of like weird because people will get multiple YouTube accounts and go into these giveaways, and like this specific one, imagine, you know, there's 12 comments. Imagine if 6 of them were from one person, right? So they fire up a virtual machine and get in all different kind of ways so that they can have a better chance of winning, right? So what we do is we go into the chat and try to resolve the name and get them to say that they're here right away, right? It needs to be really fast because, you know, otherwise you kind of get the feeling that they're poking around trying to find the account that won and then commenting from that specific virtual machine, right? We try to avoid that. Anyway, but you won. You're good. I think it just didn't resolve because you didn't make a comment earlier. So, all right, Matthew E. We are good. So I've got your address here. Let me make it easy on Dan. He's going to send the 1,000 Raven, I believe. So I'm going to hit him up in Discord with your address here. So you should see that coming fairly soon. I don't know, Dan. Let me know if you're going to send it right away or what the deal is. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that. And congratulations to Matthew E. for winning that 1,000 Raven from Dan the Dane. Super solid dude right there. Super solid dude right there. Yeah, I gave it to you in Discord there, Dan. Cool. And he acknowledged, Dan the Dane acknowledged that he got it. So you, Matthew E, you should be getting that. Are you on, if you're on Discord, you could probably get into my server if you're on my server and hit us up that way too. But, I mean, Dan's going to send it, so you should be good. All right. Send it, Dan. All right, so tomorrow is Crypto Fireball Friday. Don't know what we're going to cover. I knew what we were covering today. But probably do some news and stuff like that. There's been some things going on, so maybe we'll cover some of that. We'll have a few drinks. Maybe I'll get you guys to buy me a shot of Fireball or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Maybe we'll play some poker. I don't know. Sounds like fun. We'll see. Speaking of poker, I don't know if you've been posting. Yashnik, you can post the link to your tournament over there. It's more for the Aeon community, but I think that Yashnik has kind of like got it opened up to everybody. Going to be some awesome prizes and all that stuff, so check that out. It's another poker tournament on PokerStars, similar to the ones that we've done recently, the last couple weeks or a couple months. Alrighty, cool stuff. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out. Yeah, let's do some drinking tomorrow. That sounds good. I haven't done a lot this week. Yeah, there you go, Shuby. Thanks for that. Aeon Poker Tournament there. It's aeonpool.tech poker tournament specifically. Got donations from the community all over, from different pools, from founders, and all kinds of cool stuff. So it's a solid tournament for sure. Already has 20 plus players registered, so it's going to be. And it's a regular tournament with 10-minute rounds or 10-minute levels, so it's going to be super cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. Real poker being played. The charity tournaments were turbo tournaments, so they went kind of fast. You know, it was like 21 people, 22 people, and it was over in a couple hours. So, all right, cool, Dana Dane. Thanks for that, man. Yep, we are doing Fireball Friday tomorrow, Serpent, and then I think Saturday we're doing caffeine and crypto, or crypto and caffeine, right? Saturday morning, where you drink a monster but not necessarily caffeine related monster drink. I think that's what we're doing. I'll be drinking coffee. I'll drink straight up coffee. But yeah, that's going to be Saturday morning before Red Panda Mining does his community mining showcase, mining rig showcase. So that'll be cool. Sounds like a lot of fun. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Stay savage, everybody.